The Six Nations is one of the most attended sporting events in the world. England and Wales see 80,000 and 75,000 seater stadiums packed out every single week as fans flock to the annual tournament. However, as the sellouts continue, so does the rise in ticket prices. This year, the Irish Times reported that tickets to the Aviva Stadium were appearing for as high as €2,500 on some resale sites. Meanwhile, Seat Unique, an official partner of some of the participating unions, were reselling tickets starting at £1,800. Naturally, these prices have drawn heavy criticism.
You tell me, £200, £300, £400 a ticket. How on earth do you get the people who are 15, 16, 17, they can't get a ticket to the game?
It might be my South Wales upbringing, but for £299, I'd expect to be in that starting 15.
To better understand the issue of ticket prices in rugby, I sat down with the Deputy Sports Editor for CityAM, Matt Hardy.
You stick my business hat on, leave sport to one side. If the RFU could charge 82,000 people £1 million each to watch England and they fill it, they should obviously do that because that's great, right? But that's obviously not the right thing to do. There's always a risk that you put people off if you or send people down another path who then never come back. So it's about kind of finding the right ecosystem to work for you. Tickets are going up, they have to. Inflation, people don't even think about it, but floodlights cost a fortune because they're energy. Things like this, rising prices, COVID loans, all of these things they need to be covered. And at the end of the day, if it means a quid extra or two on your ticket every year, but you can still go to the rugby, I think a lot of those fans who have been going for 20 years will go for another 10 years.
An important piece of context for the ticket prices debate is that unions make an estimated 85% of their yearly revenue by hosting men's international test matches. This is why we see unions posting huge losses for years containing a Rugby World Cup, when the number of home test matches is reduced significantly. But the drive to increase revenue isn't the only thing artificially inflating ticket prices. The scarcity of tickets is being exaggerated by how unions make them available.
51% of those tickets are given to the clubs or sold to the clubs at a discounted amount. You've got 15,000 seats at Twickenham, which are debenture seats. You've got 15% are commercial partners. Got virtually zero you can go to the open market on.
Some have argued that this practice has negatively affected the atmosphere at international test matches, as the crowd takes on an overly corporate feel.
If you step back from it and you're designing a system designed to get the best atmosphere and the most equitable access to the games, well, you would never build it this way. They want to make as much money out of this thing as they can.
However, is there another side to this story? Is there a part of ticket sales in rugby that is much less spoken about? The giving away of tickets and free tickets. 2023, I went to 3 test matches for free. I just put it out there on social media. I'd like to go to this game. Anyone got any tickets? And I had no trouble securing them. Is that a bit of a dirty secret for rugby? This is a provocative question, but the giving away free tickets to kids and things and bumping up those attendance figures, is this something that you've witnessed, and do you think that's a bit of something that we don't really talk about?
We don't talk about it because it plays into a narrative of this, that and the other. But you take some clubs who gave 50 kids free tickets from schools, and right, these kids are watching rugby, but what are you doing to keep them coming back? I've got no issue with the free tickets thing. It is what it is. And obviously it works in Wales and England, giving them to community clubs to sell on, whatever, that's also a good thing because it gives, local clubs a chance to go and watch England. Granted, it's 82,000 and there's a lot of clubs in England. Again, putting my business hat on, charge a £5 each for the free ones. I get the school stuff, but let's make people pay to go to the rugby. Otherwise, you're relying on them spending money on food or drink or this, that, and the other. Doesn't always happen. I mean, it does happen, but it doesn't always happen. You're relying on, mum or dad or whoever's taking you to, buy you a scarf, which is £30 or this, that, and the other. My business hat, I'm sure there's a good case for it, but even if it's a quid, I mean, a lot of football clubs now, West Ham certainly did it for a while. For their League Cup games, if you bought an adult ticket, your kid was a quid, who will then have a hot dog I can tell you at West Ham, it's quite expensive. And then, they will get there on the tube and invest in the local economy. They might go to the Wagamama's down the road and have a dinner. I saw Sale Sharks for their game against too long. I may get this wrong, and their brilliant comms guy Sam might tell me I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure you could take 2 adults and 2 kids to that Sale Sharks game against Toulon for about 30 quid. You know, granted,
That's
they
a
need
great deal.
other tickets, but you could have given that away for free, and the same 4 people would go. But actually, you've got £30 out of them, and you've made them realise that actually, we're paying, but it hasn't cost that much. You know, it's only cost us 30 quid to go here. If it's free, you're going, oh, it's free, nice day. But oh wait, it's only £30, and all 4 of us are having a family day out on a Sunday. Like, I see that's a better business model, but what do I?
Yeah, exactly. Business hat on. So I hope you found that video, if nothing else, thought-provoking. If you did, please leave those thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.